Vision by Dylan Perry. By working with the brain, the eye allows us to see. More research has been done on the eye than any other sense organ. In fact, 70% of all sense receptors are found in the eye. It interprets images of visible light, which is how we see every day. The eye has a 1-inch diameter. It's encased by a cushion of fat. It's surrounded by bone except on the front, and it's made of tunics and humors. Tunics are comprised of the sclera, the choroid, and the retina. The sclera is a tough outer layer of white connective tissue. It's made of the cornea and the conjunctiva. The cornea is transparent but appears colored as it lays over the iris. There's no blood vessels, many nerve endings, and light enters through here. The conjunctiva is a mucous membrane that lines eyeballs and lids. The choroid is very blood-rich to make sure the pigment doesn't scatter throughout the eye. It consists of the iris, pupil, and lens. The retina is the innermost layer containing millions of receptor cells. These receptor cells are rods and cones. Rods are used for low light and peripheral vision. Cones are used for bright light. There are 3 types, one for blue, green, and red light. When all of them are stimulated at the same time, you see white. Color blindness is caused by a lack of cones. Loss of all is full and lack of one is partial. The lens divides the humor into 2 portions, the aqueous humor and the vitreous humor. The aqueous humor is anterior to the lens and is filled with clear watery fluid. The vitreous humor is posterior to the lens and is filled with a gel-like material. It prevents the eye from collapsing while maintaining intraocular pressure and providing nutrients for the lens and the cornea. While there are many types of eye disorders, here are some of the most common. Myopia is nearsightedness. It's when the cornea is overly rounded and light is focused before the retina. Hyperopia is farsightedness. It's when the cornea is too flat, causing light to be focused too late. Astigmatism is uneven shape of the cornea, resulting in a distortion of vision at all distances. Presbyopia is old age farsightedness. Amblyopia is the lazy eye. It develops in childhood when one eye develops normally and the other eye does not. Blindness is caused by damage to the brain, the optic nerve, or diseases to the eye, including glaucoma, macular degeneration, and cataracts. Motion blindness is the inability to detect motion due to brain damage, not the eye. Glaucoma is drainage of the aqueous humor is blocked, which puts pressure on the optic nerve and the retina. Symptoms include halos around light, blurred vision, headache, pain, and blindness. Cataracts is when age leads to hardening. The lens becomes hardened and vision is blurry. And conjunctivitis is viral or bacterial infection of the conjunctiva. How we see. Light travels from the outside world into your eye. It enters through the pupil and travels to the cornea. The cornea focuses light onto the lens. The lens flips the image and focuses the light on the retina. The retina then sends light signals to the optic nerve, which transmits impulses to the brain, where the image is turned right side up. Light waves bend as they pass through dense substances. This means it bends when it passes through the cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and vitreous humor. The image is reversed and inverted because of light bending. The end.